Hey everybody, this is Ryan with Escotech, and in this video we're going to take a look at adding this Kinavo Bluetooth adapter into a 2006 Volkswagen Passat. The point of this video will be able to connect your Bluetooth device to your stock radio in your Volkswagen, and the 2006 Volkswagen Passat is a nice place to set your phone. And I've ran a micro USB cable here as well to be able to power it and leave the screen on all the time. I used a Densian auxiliary input adapter made for Volkswagen radios, a Kinavo BTC 450 with a control module, power adapter, and 1/8 inch input jack, a micro USB, this one's retractable because it had thin cables, and a right angle connector, and a 12-volt socket to power it all. The tools you'll need will be a Torx T10 bit, some pry tools if you need them, a Phillips bit, and some wire connectors of your choice. First thing to do is take off the bezel around the radio. There's an airbag connector underneath this symbol. Don't unplug it. It might lead to a reset of your airbag system. Go ahead and just pull from the bottom. Some pry tools might come in handy here. Just kind of give it some good force and pop it up. And work your way around. Go ahead and just pry all the way around the radio until you have the bezel off. And then just, again, don't unplug this cable and lay it down over the shifter. Next, using the T10 bit, unscrew the 4 screws around the radio. And when you've got those off, go ahead and just grab the radio by the sides, and a little upward, outward motion will just pull it right out. This is the power connector for my whole unit. I have a socket that I've wired in with the Kinavo adapter, and then the micro USB plugged into the end of that. And you can see here, this is where my micro USB cable runs up to the side of this pop-out drawer. And I'll go ahead and open it here. You can see that there is a micro USB cable right inside, and the cables are thin enough to come all the way out so I can plug my phone in when it's sitting on my dash. Next, I'll show you the wires on the back of the radio. Volkswagen uses a quad lock connector. You kind of just need to get to the bottom of it and give a good pinch at the bottom, and there will be an arm that lifts up, and then the whole connector will slide out. The blue connector is the one that the auxiliary input adapter hooks up to, and it has a satellite radio pass-through. What it does is trick the radio into thinking that the glove box CD changer is in use, and that's where the auxiliary input comes from. This is the Densian auxiliary input I used. It's what's connected to the blue connector in the quad lock harness. It's also what the 1/8 inch jack from the Kinavo Bluetooth adapter plugs into. I've got my positive wire from my 12-volt cigarette lighter socket going to the yellow and red wire, and then I've got the ground going to the back of the radio, and the auxiliary input adapter is also grounded to the back of the radio. Now we'll go ahead and reassemble the radio. Basically just put all your wires behind the stereo so the radio sits nice and flush. Put in the 4 screws. And pay attention to it a little bit because there's a little bit of play, and you want it centered on the bezel. Go ahead and pop the bezel back on, and that is it. Now I've already paired my phone to connect to the Bluetooth, so all I have to do is turn my Bluetooth on. And Car Home Ultra, the car dock I use, will auto launch when it connects to the Bluetooth. And there it is. I'll go ahead and launch Spotify here and just start playing some music. The controller button is nice. It has a multi-purpose button on the center that you push to play, pause, or answer a phone call. And then there's also track buttons. There's a back and a forward button on the top of the adapter. So functionality is pretty good. Thanks for watching, and feel free to post any questions in the comment section of the video.